Good evening, welcome to ITV News. This is Monday night's calendar.
And these are this evening's main stories.
Good evening. First this evening, businesses and public transport providers across the region are preparing to deal with tighter COVID restrictions, which come into force from tomorrow as part of emergency measures to limit the spread of the new Omicron variant of COVID-19.
Yeah, schools and workplaces will also have to deal with a change in self-isolation guidelines. Let's take a look at what the new measures are.
Well, just a handful of cases of the Omicron variant have been found so far in England, but with Christmas approaching, the government hopes acting now will stop the spread. David Hurst reports. Well, a little earlier I spoke to Dr Cheryl Welter, a virologist at the University of Hull, and I started by asking the question on everyone's lips, which is just how worried we should be about this Omicron variant. But they're only being brought in certain settings. Do you think that's enough, or do you think the government should go further? That's Carol Walter there from the University of Hull.
Well, do stay with us, still to come on the programme this evening. Next this evening, the trial started in Sheffield today of the former international footballer Joey Barton. He's accused of assaulting the former Barnsley manager Daniel Stendhal after a match back in 2019. Well,
the court was shown video footage from the game against Fleetwood Town, who Mr Barton was managing at the time. He denies one count of assault occasioning actual bodily harm. Martin Fisher has been in court. Ahead of the Christmas party season, road safety teams in South Yorkshire are reminding everyone of the dangers of drink and drug driving. Hull City Council has announced that there will be free city centre parking in its 3 multi-storey car parks in the run-up to Christmas between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.
Fingers crossed, Jo. Thanks very much. Jo will be back with her full forecast in fine detail at the end of the programme.
And the ITV Evening News continues after that at 6:30. Here's a look at what's happening with Romilly Weeks.
Will do, Romilly. Thanks very much. Now it's time for the weekend sport.
In the studio now with news of a big boxing bout. Now I've got a question for any of you next tonight, because have you got an old saxophone in the shed?
No.
A flute in the far reaches of your loft?
No.
Well, one charity wants to hear from you if you do. I've got an old violin actually. It needs unwanted instruments for a group with learning disabilities to repair. Now
the instruments will then either be given to those who help to fix them to play or sold to raise money for charity. Here's Kevin Ashford.
There you go, nice to put them to good use. I will be digging that violin out tonight.
Yep.
In the loft.
People could get rid of drum kits, couldn't they? Because they annoy neighbours.
No, I love a drum kit.
No, you can't.
I don't want to live next door to a drum kit. I want to own a drum kit.
Okay, fair done. Now, with less than a month till Christmas, 26 days to be precise.
When did you work that out? Scrooge over here. I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah, it just happened then. You've probably already seen houses around your region switching on the lights. But environmental groups want more of us to think about what we can do to make our displays better for the planet. Nobody's saying don't put up any lights. We're all doing it as well. But there are still lots of things we can do to limit the impact they have on our carbon footprint. Here's James Webster with a little bit more. It's definitely coming. There's no stopping it now. I love everything about Christmas. And I love the fact that they said, put a Christmas jumper on and turn your heating down a little bit. Yeah. He was just taking the mick out of me for wearing my Christmas jumper at the weekend. No, I was not. I would never do that. Katy. Well, I'm going to wear one every day in the run-up to Christmas now. And so's Joe. Joanna, thank you. That is it from us. Our next update's at 10:30. The national and international stories are next with Romilly Weeks. But for now, from the whole team on Calendar, thanks very much indeed for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 6. See you, bye.